Welcome back to today's edition of The Independence. It is Monday and it is time for the Monday Report. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend, and I'm so excited for tomorrow when we get to celebrate triggering the move, thereby triggering statists for the past 10 years. So, of course, Porcupine Day is our sort of 4th of July, I suppose. And so it's great to see that, there are different groups doing different kinds of celebrations. Everyone should put it on their calendar. The 3rd of February every year, Porcupine Day. Today I'm in a kind of a hurry because I've got to go plan all that stuff. My hairdresser is coming to fix this moppy-do here. And so this one's going to be a quick one. I'm going to do a screen share again, if I could figure it out, like last week, where let me see here, where I can show you, first of all, off the newsletter. So let's go with that. And you will see here, this, of course, is the newsletter from the Free State Project. It comes out every Sunday. Eric does a fantastic job with this. And the highlight for today, of course, is Porcupine Day. This will be tomorrow. It's our 10th annual celebration of the moment that we triggered the move. You can go to YouTube if you want, watch the video. I can show you on my website as well. But basically, we are celebrating out at Bedford's and Murphy's. We'll have some food, we'll have some drinks, and we will have the inaugural Live Free and Thrive prize or award, Lifetime Achievement Award, kind of more a cultural, social one. I think there's enough people doing all the political stuff. So there is still time to get tickets. General admission is $50. That includes your finger food, networking, celebration. And of course, it does directly support the Free State Project's mission. The VIP admission, $100. That is giving us a little bit extra on what it costs us to put the event together. And that, of course, includes all of GA benefits plus a limited edition keepsake and a complimentary drink ticket, although, feel free to buy your own drinks. Porcupine patrons of all levels get their free drink ticket at registration. You've got to wear your Porcupine pin if you want that benefit. Also, Porcupine patrons silver and higher get, as one of their perks, you get a free ticket to Porcupine Day. And if you're not a patron yet, why not? It is a great way to support the Free State Project, and you can join the Porcupine Patrons program online by linking to the newsletter or simply going to fsp.org and find it from there. I'm going to go very quickly, very briefly through the rest of the newsletter here just to give you guys a sense of what's coming up this week. I have a very busy week this time of year. Even though it's winter and we just all kind of want to snuggle, it is a busy time of year. I was up in Concord on Friday testifying on House Resolution 33, which was a proposal for California to turn into 2 states. And the thinking there was we wanted the folks here in New Hampshire at the legislature to support that, to get them strategically a little more comfortable with the idea of secession and independence. So that fits in a lot with all my Next It Now work. And so that was last Friday. This week, I'll be up there on Wednesday for some bills for Right to Know. Here in the newsletter, you can see the State House Scoop, School Choice and Motor Freedom. So kicking off School Choice Week, Kelly Ayotte, our governor, announced that New Hampshire will be the 27th state to opt into a new federal school choice program. Oh, so now we're getting a little more federal stuff here in the state. You got to constantly be watching these guys up at the State House. We get one step forward, 10 steps back as it is. This program will allow residents to receive a tax credit of up to $1,700 for donations to organizations that administer scholarships to students for educational expenses. So this would benefit let's see, Kate Baker's Deemers, the executive director of the Children's Scholarship Fund here in New Hampshire, said, and I quote, "There's many families that come to us who have economic challenges, who may just need a tutoring scholarship or a technology scholarship, and right now we can't help them," she said. But this federal program that Kelly Ayotte was talking about would provide us with the opportunity to have a different fundraising stream entirely and be able to provide a scholarship to the children in any New Hampshire school. All right, here's a great little video, little image that you can see us up here in New Hampshire, surrounded by all this sad little gray, which of course are the statists. So how do we keep the statists in place? By triggering the status, by triggering the move. So again, do go get your Porc Fest. Oh my God, there's too many porcupines. Porc Day tickets. Actually, I'd be remiss not to say Porcupine Real Estate, where my day job is, and we've been helping Free Staters relocate to the state of New Hampshire since 2009. So for many, many years, great reputation, very happy to help. We are sponsoring Porc Day tomorrow. And so if you hear this and you have time to buy your ticket tonight, Monday, you can get a 10% discount with code PREPD26. That is for Porcupine Real Estate Porc Day 26, PREPD26. All right, great. Of course, we had a lot of snow here. So this one's important. So we had this really big win that I talked about a lot last year on the show. And that was that we ended the inspection stickers scam. And now we are going to get hit by all kinds of statists, all kinds of cronyists, all kinds of people who want to bring it back. So in other State House news, motor vehicle freedom hit a speed bump of corporate cronyism and federal overreach. Now, you know how you get federal overreach? You take federal funds, but maybe that's a separate conversation. One of the most celebrated freedom victories last year was the repeal of the sticker scam. That's the annual vehicle inspection mandate. Now there's this crazy out-of-state company that was contracted to provide software for these inspections. The company is called Gordon Darby Holdings, and they've sued in federal court to stop the state of New Hampshire from ending the mandate. Cronyism! And shockingly, an Obama appointee, U.S. District Judge LaDonna McCafferty, I guess, granted a preliminary injunction on Tuesday prohibiting the state from ending the inspection program on the basis of the Federal Clean Air Act. What am I hearing, folks? I am hearing that next year, on top of all the NH Exit Now bills that we have brought forth and all the independence work we are doing, we should see about nullifying the Clean Air Act. Okay, according to the Keene Sentinel, Liberty legislators in Concord are responding swiftly. Lawmakers were drafting legislation Thursday in an effort to counter a federal judge's ruling that preserves New Hampshire's motor vehicle inspection program for the foreseeable future. This legislative proposal would reduce the fine for driving a car without the current inspection sticker to $1, so obviously just sort of a token, and would prohibit police from pulling over a car for not having a sticker, said Representative Michael Granger from Milton. I wouldn't tell anybody they should break the law, he said, but I'm certainly not going to get an inspection, he said. The proposal would also end the requirement that motorists display inspection stickers. This outrageous ruling trying to block the repeal of New Hampshire's vehicle inspection mandate is a direct attack on the will of the people, said Representative Ross Berry from Weir. He said in social media, the legislature debated this openly and acted accordingly. One judge and one out-of-state corporation will not be allowed to override that decision. I got to agree with that, guys, because, we've got to, be able to make our own laws here and do what we want in the great state of New Hampshire. If you missed the Porcupine Report last week, Eric actually sat down for the State House Scoop with guest Representative Michael Granger, so you can go listen to that. Mike has been a really great motorist freedom champion, so I bet you that that report, which I unfortunately have not had time to watch yet, but you can go watch the full episode on the Free State Project's channel. Great announcement here. One of my favorite humans who does not live in the state. His fabulous wife, Terry, Matt Kibbe, is to deliver main stage remarks at the 2026 New Hampshire Liberty Forum. So Matt will be here talking on the main stage. Of course, Liberty Forum is coming up March 5th through the 8th. So please do go get your tickets for that. You can use discount code POST to save 5% on your tickets for NH Liberty Forum. We have, honestly, it's less than a month or just over a month away. So please make sure you go get your tickets. Also, if you're coming from out of state, you want to make sure you're getting your hotel room in time and all of that great stuff. NH Liberty Forum, March 5th through the 8th. There's some great speakers. We're doing the dialogue series again. Scott Horton from Libertarian Institute will, come regale us with some anti-war tales. We'll talk about Defend the Guard. We'll talk about the community, all that great stuff. All right. And then if you don't know this, the newsletter actually truncates. So always be sure to click like I just did there where you saw me do that. But, we had a lot of snow, and that doesn't bother us because here we are and we lend a hand, we go skiing, we make fires, we play with the kids in the snow. It's fantastic. So don't let the snow ever put you off from moving. I am from South Africa, and I can candidly say I did not love the snow when I moved here, but I have come to love it. My chickens don't love it either, to be honest, but we prevail and we make it through the winter. And then there is this rebirth that happens in the spring. So I love the 4 seasons, 5, if you're counting mud season, but don't let it scare you off. And in fact, if you're worried about the winter, Liberty Forum is the event you should come to, because way back when I came to my first event, we came to one Pork Fest way back in 2002, I think, which was the original Pork Fest 0, which was to attract people and to showcase New Hampshire and to say, hey, New Hampshire should be the home base for the Free State. And of course, New Hampshire won out because Craig Benson, the then governor, invited us in. And so that was Pork Fest. But really what cemented it for me personally was Liberty Forum, because it was a hotel conference. It was more structured. You could really, meet with people one-on-one. You could interact with the community. And it was in the winter. So that kind of gave me a very good sense of what it would look like here. So get those Liberty Forum tickets. What else can I tell you guys? I know it's, let's see. Of course, Porc Day, Porc Day, Porc Day. Go to fsp.org/Porc Day. Use PREPD26 for 10% off. And tomorrow night's going to be really special. I'm really excited because it is, an event that we've kind of spun up slowly over the years. It is more community-based, although I'm sure there will be people from out of state. It is when we get together and kind of just revel, I suppose, in the triggering of the move of that 20,000th signer. I'm going to look here on my board. We could take this down if I can get it off, which I can't. There's, I wonder if I could turn it. If you can see there's a sign here. Are you one of the 20,000th? Free State Project, Statement of Intent, sign here, right? So it was a really big deal getting those 20,000th signer. And so we get to celebrate that and hang out. Now, I will say candidly, planning it for a Tuesday night was probably not the smartest. I wanted to have it on the day. I like that. Then you know when it is and you don't have to move it around for whatever reasons. But honestly, my husband has a different function. I've talked to several people. I think there's an ed op thing going on. Anyway, it's a Tuesday during the legislative session. And so it's going to be what it's going to be. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see everyone there. Go get your tickets if you don't have them already. And we will be there from 5 to around 9-ish. Remarks will be at 7 p.m. I will give a unity raw speech and we'll go from there. Also, I will say this. I'm hearing all kinds of lies and rumors about stuff. And I'm just going to straight up say this, guys. Everyone in this community knows me. If you are hearing stuff where you're like, what? Maybe reach out to me because I'm pretty sure someone is lying. All right. So again, Porc Day tomorrow, fsp.org/Porc Day. Get your tickets. GA, $50. VIP, $100. I can't wait to see everyone. And I will be back again on Wednesday for my independence from the public access studio. And then, of course, on Fridays, I've been doing a little after hours version with guests and storytelling and history and OG stuff. And so I should probably start thinking about a guest for that. You can find all my content always on my website, carlagericke.com. In fact, maybe we go there next for a second. Let me see if I can figure that out. Probably not right now. Share screen. Here we go. My website called Carla Gericke, The Art of Independence. That was this morning's little post where, I think it's really important for people to realize if someone is bullying you, it's actually because they come from a place of low self-esteem and they have, because of that, the strong need for dominance and control. And, there are tools and stuff you can do to not be like that. I think primarily the most important part would be that that people should be moving more towards a model of rational self-assessment about their skills and talents, and to always remember that agency or self-ownership is the internalized recognition and lived experience that you are the primary author of your actions, choices, paths, and contributions, and that those things rightfully belong to you and not to the group's approval, envy, or narrative control. So if you find yourself on the end of some bullying, maybe, the poor person is just struggling with their own issues and need to still become self-actualized, self-realized. And for anyone who's watching this, to whom this resonates, I've done a lot of work in this area. I would happily love to talk to you about it. So feel free to reach out. You can always reach me at carla@carlagericke.com. That is CarlaGericke.com. All right. I'll see everyone tomorrow at Porc Day. Have a great one. I wish you peace, love, and understanding. I'm in a rush. This was very mad, but it's done for the day. And that means I can go do the 40,000 other things I need to do, which of course is an exaggeration. I probably just have 4 to do. All right. See everyone tomorrow. Bye.